The wildest apex hunters of the wild. There are certain creatures that stand out as the wildest and most courageous of all in the wide and perilous world of apex hunting. These hunters are renowned for their exceptional talent, unrivaled daring, and relentless pursuit of the most lethal wild animals. For those who know their names, they are the stuff of legends, and they are feared and revered. These apex predators are the best hunters, able to easily dispatch even the most formidable animals because to their extraordinary speed, strength, and cunning. Welcome to the channel, subscribe and let's dive in. Apex predators are those without any natural competition for prey. Animals at the top of the food chain are referred to be apex predators or top predators. The terms predator or carnivore evoke a wide range of feelings. Many embark on once-in-a-lifetime safaris to see them, yet others are terrified of them and distrust them. With no natural predators of their own, apex predators are at the top of the food chain. Apex predators in ecology are referred to be tertiary consumers. They are followed in the food chain by secondary consumers, which include both predators and their victims' prey. The primary consumers are herbivorous animals that only ingest plant matter and are situated above the secondary consumers. Every animal, including herbivores, is a consumer. Because they are heterotrophs, animals must devour other organisms in order to exist because they are unable to produce food on their own. Autotrophs are creatures capable of producing their own sustenance. In a food chain, autotrophs like plants, which make their own food through photosynthesis, are the main producers. Apex predators include mammals like, as well as reptiles and, as well as birds, and fish. Apex predators don't have any natural predators, although they frequently face a variety of challenges. Apex predators are frequently the first to suffer when an ecosystem changes since they are totally dependent on good habitats. Did you know that the majority of the top predators on the planet are in decline? Loss of habitat puts them in more conflict with people, which is one of the main causes of their population decline. The list of top predators includes a number of endangered species. Human habitat destruction is one of the main causes. An ecosystem's apex predators will become extinct if it is unable to support the necessary number of prey animals. This frequently has a negative impact on the ecosystem's general health. The stabilizing impact that an apex predator has on the environment has been better understood by scientists and researchers over the past few years. A delicately balanced ecosystem will fall apart if one of its components is removed. As soon as the apex of the food chain vanishes, biodiversity rapidly decreases. A healthy ecosystem depends on apex predators to function properly. Even young animals are preyed upon, along with old or weak creatures. More food is available for all members of the food chain when species populations are under control, which helps the strong survive and guarantees that the strongest genes are handed down to the next generation. Prey species wouldn't have any motive to shift from one location to another absent apex predators. Before being compelled to go on, they would very literally eat whatever they could find there. Predator populations would increase uncontrollably, resulting in food shortages and irreversible environmental harm. While necessary, predators are not only permanent. Maybe it's time for people to develop more tolerance, attempt to coexist with them, and find a way to collaborate with them and look out for them. Have you wondered what these apex predators look like, or what they really are? They may already away to you, so let's see them in a deep scope view. These few are considered amongst the top of the apex predator list. Orca. The most intelligent marine mammals are frequently thought to be killer whales, sometimes known as orcas. Although they are more closely related to dolphins than whales, which gives their moniker some irony, it is unquestionably true that they are incredibly effective killers. Although not being a threat to people, they are recognized as apex predators across much of their range, as shown by their very adaptable, specialized hunting methods. In certain areas, orcas may only consume fish, while in others, the same whales may not even be aware that fish are a component of their diet and may instead prefer to hunt mammalian species. But no matter where they are, the whales' hunting strategies are intelligent, and they continue to take advantage of their propensity for close familial ties by cooperating when they are out hunting. In this post, we'll look at some of the most amazing ways that orcas have evolved to become the top predators in various habitats. At least 30 different species of potential prey have been identified for orcas that only consume fish, indicating a diversified diet. In order to chase the herring that assemble in the Norwegian fjords throughout the winter, the orcas have developed a distinctive technique known as carousel feeding. Other but equally astonishing techniques for hunting and killing fish have been developed by orca groups in New Zealand. Sharks and stingrays, which would both likely be challenging for smaller predators, appear to be their main sources of food in this area. Orcas that feed on these elasmobranchs have mastered the art of making their victims tonically immobile, weakening their defenses. In order to accomplish this, the whale must flip the shark or ray onto its back, where it loses its ability to move and is therefore helpless to protect itself. This strategy is used by orcas in New Zealand to catch thresher sharks, smooth hammerheads, blue sharks, makos, as well as a number of ray and stingray species. In order to stop stinging, they have also been seen pinning stingrays to the seafloor and biting them at the base of their tails. Whereas at least 2 occurrences have been documented abroad, the ability to cause tonic immobility is not necessarily specific to New Zealand orcas. While a female killer whale notably killed a great white in the Farallon Islands off California in 1997, 2 orcas were seen attacking and killing a 26-foot whale shark off Baja California in 1992. The whale was seen swimming for a considerable amount of time with the shark gripped upside down in her jaws, likely drowning it because great white sharks need to move around to breathe. Furthermore, orcas have no qualms about hunting other, much larger whale species. Assaults and deaths by them have been reported on minke whales, gray whales, sperm whales, and even blue whales. Especially, orcas have figured out how to take advantage of the yearly gray whale migration around the west coasts of North America and Mexico, looking for weaker whales or mothers with young whales. Once an orca pod has located a cow and calf pair, they will pursue the terrified whales until they are worn out, at which point they will separate the mother and youngster and prevent them from surfacing until the calf drowns. It may take many, many hours to complete this procedure, and in the end, the orca pod's endurance and coordination will usually be superior to that of the gray whales. Great white shark. It is not surprising that the top of the food chain is occupied by the great white shark due to its highly developed sensory system. They consume tuna, rays, seals, sea lions, sea otters, turtles, dolphins, whales, the occasional seabird, and even other sharks because they are apex predators. Great white sharks appear to be the bad guy, because many of these species are loved by people. Yet, if these populations weren't kept in check, they would overpopulate the ocean, devour too much of their smaller prey or marine vegetation, and disrupt the balance of the entire marine ecosystem. Additionally, the great white shark does not consider people to be food. Unlike what many people think, great white sharks do not mistake surfers and swimmers for seals. Attacks often take place in waters when the shark's senses are compromised. According to research, great white sharks make their decision to continue eating in one bite and find people to be too bony. At a distance of 240 meters, 800 feet, great white sharks can detect low-frequency transmissions. Also, they are able to discern the direction and magnitude of the sound's movement. Its olfactory bulb, which is said to be the largest of any shark species, is reached by nostrils on the bottom of their snout. Great white sharks are equipped with an organ that allows them to detect chemicals in water at a concentration of 1 part per 10 billion. Also, they have unique receptors on the sides of their nostrils that allow them to detect electrical nerve impulses from their prey. According to a study, sharks also use these electroreceptors to detect the Earth's magnetic field throughout their lengthy migrations. The great white shark is an old species with a 400 million year evolutionary history, making it one of evolution's biggest success stories. Great white sharks have endured for so long because to highly developed senses of hearing, touch, smell, and even electricity. They are perfectly adapted to their ocean environment. Great white sharks are a kind of large mackerel shark that can be found in all of the world's oceans, with the exception of the frigid climes of the Arctic and Antarctic. Sharks are well known for being predators. They aggressively pursue and devour other marine creatures in order to survive and contribute to the preservation of the ocean's ecosystem. They aid in the elimination of the sick and frail, and they make sure that only the strongest of their target species survive, which promotes evolution. The great white shark in particular has a well-established reputation as the ocean's top predator. Up until recently, it was believed that the white shark had no natural predators, making it the top of the food chain and the dominant creature in the ocean. Seals, rays, and fish are examples of lower-order species that great white sharks eat. Because they have so few other natural predators, sharks are regarded as apex predators. Nearly nothing in the water will attempt to compete with some shark species. By eliminating the weak and maintaining the balance of the food chain, this regulates and maintains the equilibrium of marine ecosystems. Prey must adjust their feeding technique and frequently change their diets because predators like sharks help to reposition the spatial habitats of their prey. Shark extinction in some locations has resulted in the degradation of seagrass meadows, coral reefs, and commercial fisheries. Without sharks to keep smaller predator populations under control, ecosystems may suffer catastrophic effects and other species may come to dominate. Bald eagle. It has had a profound impact on American culture and history and is a symbol of strength, bravery, and independence. The brown body and wings, white head and tail, and hooked yellow beak of bald eagles make them easily identifiable as huge, predatory raptors. They have sharp black talons on their feet, which are also yellow. They are almost totally dark with sporadic white patterns on the undersides of their wings and chest, giving juvenile bald eagles a radically distinct appearance from adults. The bill changes from a dark brownish-black to a yellow hue as the juvenile gets older, while the head and tail become white. The bald eagle, North America's top predator, is believed to eat up to 1.5 pounds of food every day. They have been seen stealing food from other eagles in times of famine. These magnificent birds frequently feed on weak animals, such as those hurt in car accidents, and devour their prey whole. Bald eagles are skilled at recognizing the weakest prey to catch thanks to their keen vision. They are known to devour whatever they can find in times of scarcity. Bald eagles hunt by using their strong talons to capture their prey, and their feathers let them fly and glide. They can easily capture their prey thanks to their extraordinarily strong feet. The bald eagle is one of the most powerful birds of prey when it comes to hunting. They can hunt successfully and efficiently because of their special adaptations, which helps them hold on to their title as the monarchs of the skies. A skillful hunter, the bald eagle uses a variety of tools to capture its prey. The bald eagle can see its prey clearly from a wide distance thanks to its superb eyesight and huge eyes. During an attack, the eagle's eyes are also shielded by its nictitating membrane, a translucent eyelid. Bald eagles are also known to take fish from other birds, demonstrating their cunning and versatility as hunters. Bald eagles are frequently seen near bodies of water where they catch fish by swooping down and seizing them in their formidable talons. They don't transport their prey away after they catch it, instead, they promptly swallow it. They are effective hunters, able to take down even bigger animals thanks to their massive size and strong talons. They have a history of stealing food from other birds during times of famine. Only people are the bald eagle's natural predators, although sadly, they are occasionally hunted illegally. Although this is the case, the bald eagle's outstanding hunting abilities have kept them at the top of the food chain. Although they are opportunistic hunters and predominantly eat fish, they will also eat a range of other animals and birds. The distinctive adaptations of the bald eagle make them formidable hunters, securing their status as the king of the skies. Although they might be threatened by people, their capacity for hunting and adaptation guarantees their continuous survival in the wild. To kill their prey, bald eagles use their massive, curved, and razor-sharp talons. Its talons, which can produce a force of up to 400 pounds per square inch, are mainly used to catch their prey as they swoop down from the skies. Once they acquire a firm hold on the prey, they utilize their strong wings to lift it off the ground and take off with it. A variety of prey, including fish, birds, and small animals, can be taken down by bald eagles, which are expert hunters. They excel at catching fish and frequently swoop down to seize them from the water's surface. By following birds in flight and then hitting with their talons, they can even catch birds in midair. Saltwater crocodile. The world's largest reptile is the saltwater crocodile. The saltwater crocodile is a species of reptile that is indigenous to brackish marshes and saltwater habitats along the east coast of India, Southeast Asia, and northern Australia. Australia's northern shore and up to 100 kilometers inland are both home to Crocodilus porosus. The earliest crocodiles appeared during the Cretaceous era, more than 240 million years ago. If given the chance to flourish, saltwater crocodiles can live up to 80 years, reach a massive length of 28 feet, and weigh over a ton. Saltwater crocodiles are not only the biggest reptiles in the world, but they also have a long history. The Mesozoic age, roughly 240 million years ago, is also when crocodiles first emerged. Thus, crocodiles are a type of dinosaur? Crocodiles have been around since before the dinosaurs became extinct, and although they resemble dinosaurs in many respects, they are not dinosaurs. A reptile is a crocodile. While nearly definitely sharing an ancestor with dinosaurs, they belong to a different branch of the reptile family tree. This sea monster was once in peril, but it has now made a remarkable recovery. It can grow to be 20 feet long and weigh more than 4,000 pounds, and it has a reputation for ambushing its prey. The largest reptile on the globe, it typically has dark green scales, however they can occasionally be tan or nearly black. In Australia, India, and Micronesia, the enormous reptile can be found. The largest saltwater crocodiles in the world are apex predators, therefore they pose little threat. But, even these wonderful and dreadful creatures have been harmed by habitat loss, poaching, and capture. It's crucial to comprehend the part crocodiles play in our ecosystems as a result, more than ever. An opportunistic apex predator, the saltwater crocodile. It calmly waits for its victim while hiding beneath the water's surface and will consume everything it can fit in its mouth, including humans, deer, cattle, wild boar, and water buffalo. Indeed, the saltwater crocodile is a reptile that eats humans. They've been known to drag people into the sea, drown them, and then devour them. In the course of breeding season, saltwater crocodiles become especially hostile. The sex of the baby crocodile will depend on the egg's temperature at the time it is laid. As a fearsome apex predator, the saltwater crocodile should unquestionably be regarded as the ruler of all the waterways in which it lives. African lion. Many anthropogenic factors, such as but not limited to poaching and unsustainable trophy hunting methods, have contributed to the lion's extinction in many terrestrial ecosystems. These factors include retaliatory killing in response to livestock predation, prey competition with human populations, and poaching. Direct comparisons of herbivore populations in ecosystems with and without lion populations are practically impossible due to these considerations, as the former are probably greatly impacted by anthropogenic processes that led to the decrease or extinction of lions in the first place.
The lion controls the population of primarily large mammal herbivores within a terrestrial ecosystem as a consumer and apex predator. The influence of predation on the three prey species most favorably picked for by lions, buffalo, zebra, and wildebeest has been the subject of studies discussing this top-down population regulating process. In the Serengeti ecosystem, lions and the hyena, another apex predator, are responsible for 85% of large herbivore predation. Lions primarily hunt on herd animals, charging the herd and snatching the weakest animals that lag behind the pack. Most animals that are killed by lions are either very old or unwell because herds try to protect their young. Lions' predatory behavior helps to maintain the strength and health of these herds.
Smaller carnivores proliferate when apex predators like lions aren't around to pose a danger. These animals usually coexist in big herds. The issues they inflict farmers and villages as they multiply are comparable to those the lions caused, but their sheer numbers can make them more challenging to manage. For instance, olive baboons became much more common after Ghana's lion population was steadily reduced. By attacking livestock, destroying crops, and infecting the villagers with intestinal parasites and sickness, these medium-sized predators posed serious issues in farms and villages. The advent of mesopredators, those smaller predator guild members defined by living in large numbers and having high rates of recruitment and dispersal, is another effect of the apex predator's extinction. Baboon populations have exploded due to the lion and leopard's removal from some areas, which has caused a chain reaction of events that includes baboons preying on the young of antelopes, seriously damaging crops, raiding bird species nests, and even keeping kids out of school to help defend maize fields from ravenous troops of these monkeys. Economic factors can have a role in growing mesopredator populations. Because mesopredators can thrive in areas of high density, higher populations may result in the same or different conflicts with humans, and artificially reducing population size may be expensive. Komodo dragon. The biggest reptiles in the world, Komodo dragons, can only be found in Komodo National Park. The Komodo dragon may weigh up to 250 pounds and reach lengths of 9 feet. Being a good swimmer, the reptile, which is the park's top predator, can easily cross the waters separating the Indonesian islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Matang. The enormous lizard can dive down to a depth of 4.5 meters. It is claimed to have E. coli, Staphylococcus sp, Providencia sp, Proteus morgani, and P. mirabilis bacteria in its saliva. The huge lizard has a poisonous bite as well. The Komodo dragon is also known to breed by parthenogenesis, a process in which embryonic growth and development take place without male fertilization. It is possible for a Komodo dragon to kill a small to medium-sized deer. Is there anything or anyone that can defeat the strong, dangerous, and powerful Komodo dragons? Or are they viewed as apex predators in and of themselves? The biggest reptiles on the planet and a species famed for its strength and power, Komodo dragons are very hazardous. Although not having the strongest bite force among predators, their mouths are filled with razor-sharp, poisonous teeth. Komodo dragons can smash smaller prey without competition thanks to their powerful tails and thick, massive bodies. They frequently engage in combat with one another over food or territory. They don't have the strongest bites, but they nevertheless have a powerful bite for an animal with such a light skull and little teeth. As already stated, a Komodo dragon's mouth contains both venom and deadly microorganisms. The venom of a Komodo dragon can suddenly lower blood pressure and prevent blood from clotting, enabling prey or a human victim to bleed out gradually over a few days. If the venom doesn't kill the target first, the blood poisoning undoubtedly will. Animals classified as apex predators are those that live at the top of the food chain and lack any natural predators of their own. Do Komodo dragons meet the criteria for becoming an apex predator? Komodo dragons are sought and killed when they are young and small, and even as adults when they are unwell or injured, just like most other predators. At least not in their natural habitat. Healthy adult Komodo dragons have no known predators in the wild. Yes, Komodo dragons are regarded as apex predators for this reason. From little insects and birds to huge mammals like water buffalo, they pursue a wide variety of prey. When they are healthy adults, they are not hunted by any creatures. In fact, the majority of the animals they interact with dread them and generally avoid them. Yet once more, if they are weak or young, other predators may chase them down and kill them. Few things in the wild can kill Komodo dragons because they are apex predators. Young or injured Komodo dragons can become prey for other predatory species, and occasionally adult Komodo dragons will even consume juveniles. People, infections, or injuries can all cause them to die. Once more, when Komodo dragons are fully grown, they have no natural predators. Predators like the following, among others, have been known to kill young and injured Komodo dragons, huge predatory mammals. Although Komodo dragons are native to the Lesser Sunda Islands, there aren't many predatory mammals there, and those that do occasionally prey on the young or hurt dragons. Adult Komodo dragons, on occasion, these dragons exhibit cannibalism and prey on the young of their own species. These apex hunters are ruthless. Bears, namely brown bears. Bears are mostly apex predators. They have very few or no natural predators. Sloth bears and Asiatic black bears are the two bear species that aren't apex predators. From little species like rats to big ones like moose and elk, bears kill them all. Big cats, which usually target cubs, and other bears are the only animals that regularly prey on bears. An animal that hunts other animals for food is not always an apex predator. All an animal truly needs to be an apex predator is a large size and some predatory inclinations. Because of this, the majority of bears are apex predators even though they rarely actively hunt other animals. Insect larvae and fruit are the main food sources for the majority of bear species, which are opportunistic predators. Depending on the time of year and the habitat, they might also consume fish, but few do so. Despite what they eat, bears are so big that once they reach adulthood, they are rarely prey. In the worst-case scenario, huge cats or canids like wolves may occasionally consume bear cubs. However, even this presents a challenge for other large predators because bear mothers will vigorously defend their offspring. Scientifically speaking, even giant pandas, whose diet consists primarily of bamboo, are apex predators. In other words, a predator is apex if they are too big or challenging for another predator to catch. They are too big and powerful to be prey as adults, however they do occasionally consume small mammals. Scientifically speaking, even giant pandas, whose diet consists primarily of bamboo, are apex predators. They are too big and powerful to be prey as adults, however they do occasionally consume small mammals. All bears of the genus Ursus arctos are referred to as brown bears. Brown bears are less carnivorous than polar bears, with the exception of the grizzly bear subspecies. They frequently consume fruits, nuts, as well as a variety of vegetation like grasses and roots. To put it another way, brown bears are ravenous and omnivorous. They will consume both plants and tiny mammals and insects. In fact, one of their most significant sources of protein is moth larvae. Brown bears are still apex predators, despite not hunting big game as frequently as polar bears. Because of their size and ferocity, other animals rarely feed on them. There aren't many creatures that consume bears. This is so because bears are quite big animals that often act aggressively when they sense danger. Yet, some bear species are more exposed than others. In addition, other predators including big cats have been known to prey on bear cubs. Do not underestimate these apex hunters. They have mastered the art of hunting, tracking, and murdering their victim after years of refining their craft. They have overcome numerous threats and managed to survive in the face of overwhelming odds, earning them a reputation as the most dreadful predators in the wild. Big cats like lions, tigers, and leopards are among of the most notorious apex hunters. These majestic animals are known for their power, speed, and agility, which makes them formidable predators capable of taking down prey that is several times their size. Yet other apex hunters should also be dreaded. Do not underestimate these apex hunters. They have mastered the art of hunting, tracking, and murdering their victim after years of refining their craft. They have overcome numerous threats and managed to survive in the face of overwhelming odds, earning them a reputation as the most dreadful predators in the wild. These predators are known for their power, speed, and agility, which makes them formidable predators capable of taking down prey that is several times their size. Apex hunters should also be dreaded. Thank you for watching, follow for more.